listeners, Harika here, and I'm super excited to welcome you to Uptalk. If you're ready to learn and get your hands work wonders in the world of information technology, then you're in the right place. When I say Uptalk, we are not just another edtech company. Consider we are your learning partner committed to unlocking your full potential. Whether you're stepping into the world of technology for the first time or looking to advance your career, we provide top-tier, hands-on courses to build up your career. Let's take our first step towards learning here and explore it.
Today, we will see the purchase order part, how to create purchase orders, and how to look at the business process of purchase orders and different requirements for a purchase order. For that, we will go with the BP, which is like business process as a full form. In short, we call it as a business, B, P and a column, and then we will type purchase order here. Now, in simple words, what is a purchase order? Purchase order is nothing. Whatever items you want to purchase, you want to give it as an order to a supplier. In short, they call it purchase order, and when you give it to them, they review the requirements, quotation, and everything that. Yes, it matches what we can deliver at a price of it, and it has terms and conditions. Basically, by when you will deliver those items, by when you will get paid 60 days, 45 days, whatever it is from the supplier, invoice date. Another important details like the item the company wants that you have to deliver as a supplier. Which location ship to location you have to deliver that item or services. Will it be like a contract for 2 months, 3 months, or the simple delivery of goods and all those things? That we'll see in a purchase order, and then from purchase order, what else we can do in a system. If we look at the default definition here, as we have not created the one for ourselves. It just has 2 steps here. Initiation and approval, which is by supplier contract specialist. If we click on this role, as you can see, this is a signable role. For companies like GMS USA, which is like a dummy company, these are the people who can do it. For our company Olive, I'm not sure if we have assigned someone, but let's check it out. If I just type Olive here, it's Olive Nigeria, but R was not. I'm not sure if it was or this one only. Catherine Teresa, James Walker, Alex. No, our company was different, I'm sure. It was Olive Purple something or Olive Garden something. The Olive Garden, right? Let's assign this role to someone. Catherine Teresa. We assign this role to Catherine Teresa in our company also. We can do it both ways. Either way, we can go to the company level and then do the role assignment from there. Or simply, you can go to this person here. Click on this orange 3 dots. And then say roles. Assign roles or add revenue. Let's do it like a backdated one, like say 1st of December. And we'll say supplier contract specialist here. First we'll say Olive Garden. Or the one in short. And that would be supplier contract specialist. Why it's in a later date assignment? We'll see it. For now, we have assigned the role to a being in the past state. Now let's go back to the BP. And let's see what action items it has on the BP. We'll say BP column purchase order. And we'll say purchase order default definition. Click on three dots. And go to this section called Business Process Policy View. We have some errors here, but we'll look at that later on. The first task is creating a purchase order. Who can do this? A finance admin implementer's service coordinator. Fair enough. Or the buyer. Then submit purchase order through web service. Now what is web service? It is nothing but the EB. Enterprise Interface Builder, Excel sheet in short. The Excel sheet through which you upload the data in bulk, that is called EIB or web service, can do this. These security groups can do that. You can see one more task here. Create purchase order from supplier contract. It means apart from the standalone task like typing create purchase order, we can also create a purchase order from supplier contract, which you will see in our coming sessions. How to create a purchase order from a supplier contract and as well as how to get a supplier contract out in the system. Then PC contract compliance. These people can do supplier order collaboration. These people can do review or purchase order. But remember it says review purchase order, but we have not added a default definition step in the BP there. Business process that somebody will review the details submitted by the buyer or the finance admin on the purchase order side. That is fine. Create receipt for purchase order means what is the receipt? When the supplier will send the goods to your office or location. Obviously, you will check each and everything. Like you have ordered 10 laptops. You will check each and every laptop that it is correct or not, like the details, the configurations. You will get a receipt for that. That is what we call a create receipt for a purchase order. Who can do the entire, like screen check or view, all in short. This many, like 200 plus people can do a security check or a review on the purchase order. View completed only. Whenever we complete a transaction or a process, you may have seen like, or you will see it now. Then it says completed. That means view completed only. Who can see when it is completed? For now, it is blank. Who can approve? There are 213 security rules. But remember, in the steps we have just mentioned, supplier contracts. Special. If this PO for any reason needs to be reassigned to someone else because you are on leave or the supplier contract. Specialist is also on leave and this is like a higher priority PO which needs to get the details and the services from the supplier. That is called request SCM and I will show you one example like 3 classes from now. Reassign task. If you have a task in your queue like approving purchase order or creating a purchase order, then who can assign those tasks? Nothing here. We will deny all users. Web services deny also. Fair enough. We have seen what are available. Action items on a purchase order of PO. Now let's go to the task. Create purchase order. Has become more. We have Pro Energies. I think some herbal was also there, right? Herbalife Private Limited. That was our supplier. Purchase order type. If it's like a goods service contract, I'll show you. Or let me see if I can show you now. You can go to a task call. Let me open this new tab. If you go to task, call min purchase order type, go to this task called maintain purchase order types. And here you can define the types. As you can see, we can add a name here, the description of it. And if it's a bill only or if it's a consignment type or external warehouse, you may have our EDI code. We can put those details here and then hit. That's all. For now, I'll cancel here and we'll go back to our tab. We have mentioned goods. Document date. Let's take today's date. Then you have three options here. Create a blank purchase order. Copy details from existing purchase order. Create from a supplier contract. This we'll see hopefully in today's session only. How to get a supplier contract and from that how to create a purchase order and on. Let's hit for now. As we had selected our company O01. Purchase order type is good. Supplier was Herbalife Private Limited. We have selected. The currency is USD of the supplier. Our company also has a currency of USD only. The functional currency or the business currency in which they will be doing tailings and everything. But the supplier which we have chosen here is also having a default currency of USD. The document date, like today's date, then payment terms. You can say net 4 days. Supplier payment term. Or you can say immediate if I say immediate here. We'll say pay immediately. It means the moment suppliers and invoice within 1 day, or before that we need to make payment to the supplier from the invoice date and due date if you want to write this. Although the payment term that you had signed with suppliers is payment, but you just call him up and that's it. We have some cash funds here and then we would like to pay you a little later on. Then you can already do it also here. Then default payment type. Once you deliver goods and services, how you gonna pay him back? Through cash only. But if you say no, we'll pay him through check or direct deposit. You can select that option also. For now, for this example, we'll not select that. We'll go with the default cashier. Then if we are creating from supply contract, then contact details here default text option. We have three options here: calculate self-assist text, calculate text duty supplier, and it takes duty supplier. We'll see the demo of these three options here. For now, I'm not selecting anything. This is little complicated. We'll see, like maybe for two examples, how to use them. Then default text code. It's coming from the supplier. We have selected 80. If you want to reduce it or if you want to take away this completely, you can do from this field. Then free timeout, like why? When he delivered the goods or services, and or he will be doing that. Will he charge any freight amount that you know for bringing the container here or the goods and services? I spend much amount on freight and other charges, then they can, charge it to you. And it all depends the contract, terms and conditions. If you would be paying it or the supplier would be paying it. Like we have different things called FOB, FOC, FOD, all those things, which we'll discuss in our coming sessions. But for now, just understand that if the freight amount is there and the supplier said, yes, you have to charge it or you only paying that, just mention that freight amount here. Other charges can be like XYZ amount. Then issue option is email. Remember, like when we were creating the supplier, we had mentioned our email in the supplier contact details, and then later on we mark that email as the procurement usage detail also. That's the same thing. We're talking about that. Issue option is email means by email. Once our PO is ready, we'll issue the PDF copy of the purchase order to the supplier via email. Other like you have to have. You know phone fax also, but I've never seen any company using that option. They all go with the email part. Only then supplier, you issue email. Any email or which will be tagged to this PO or which supplier can ask for more details is like the default email address. Here buyer. Now buyer can be your like, who is buying these items for you or for that department. Typically in a company. They can be like 3, 4 buyers or sometimes 6 also who would purchase or procure the items based on your requirements. Like there would be a help desk where you would say I need 10 pens and somebody else can come and says, I want 10 t-shirts and on. You need to keep a track of that and you will be called as a buyer who would be buying the stuff of or goods requested and approved by the company. That is called a buyer. A bill to contact person. If supplier wants to reach out to a person in the Olive Garden, in Olive Garden they want to reach out to someone, then who would be that person would be bill to contact. They can send the queries for anything related to bill to. Would be that bill to contact person will take on the details and the bill to address like where they would be sending the bill. There can be 2 locations. One location where company says no, used to send the bill to us, and the other location where they will say no, you deliver the goods over there. They can be billed to and shipped to address details also. That's why bill to contact details and bill to address, where you would be sending the invoice for billing and on, and then ship to contact detail is like Sandeep. Again, the same person, and the ship to address would be this one, like where the supplier called her for life would be delivering courses. This one ship to address. Then what else? What else? Hmm. If you want to put a new memo, that's fine. What's happening? Something like this and internet. Remember that you want to keep to the team. Only this video is created. This video is or this video memo is for internal employee. This video is for internal employee. This video is for internal employee. This video is for internal employee to address the user. Now it's time to pick your some items here. If you go to another different tabs, goods line, service line, project, base service lines, text retention, prepaid attachments, and like there are many more. For now, we are at goods line where we would be putting the details of the goods that we have requested from the supplier called Herbalife. Let's say what? Let's say we did create one spend category. What was that? What should I select? What should I select? There was something we did create, entertainment, or something was there. It was tickets under entertainment. It was entertainment, right? And under that we had tagged two items. It was like show ticket, yes, or something like this. If I just go here, come on, let's say our show ticket. Yes, it shows ticket. This is the item and tag to entertainment here, which is good. Item identifier. This is basically if you look at the any parcel which comes from like Amazon or any e-commerce website that would have a supplier item identifier. You can call it like a unique number also. If you have it, then just put it here. Otherwise, leave it blank. Text applicability. If any text applies to this goods that you are procuring from the supplier, then you have to deposit to the government. Then you select the right text applicability here. I am just keeping it, but anything which applies, maybe 5%, 10%, or let's say if no text applies, they would be text applicable, no text or just input. That's all, an input word. But if you're not imported like any bad code here, which is fine. I'm saying that I'm procuring one show ticket like tag to the entertainment site, one item I'm procuring, and or I can say 12 items I'm procuring here. Then unit of measure is each and each cost like $100. You can reduce the price also. That's absolutely fine for demo purpose. We'll just say 100 here. Then delivery. Delivery is like the due date of delivery, like you are getting the purchase order today, which is 14th of December, and you had an agreement that didn't send the contract. They would send the goods or services by like on a particular date, 2 days from now, 3 days from now, 4 days from now. If you have that date, you can define that unit here. Let's say 15th and retention. We'll not talk about this prepaid. Prepaid is something like you have already paid for the goods and services that you're asking for to the supplier, and now it's a prepaid because they've already paid for it. It's called a prepaid and delivered to. Once they bring the container or parcel or goods to whom they have to deliver this to you. It can be a buyer also. It can be inventory side person also. It can be anyone on that particular location delivered to location. Which location? Or let's say Delhi. For now, I'm selecting Delhi here. Ship to address. Is this like where they would be shipping this 10 tickets? Is this? Then ship to contact would be. Let's say, do you want to add a call center? That's fine. You can go to work. Tag, you can add a call center. Let me think of any cost center. The Pro Cost Center. Let me say we Pro Cost. Let me see, and this should be fine. Split part. We have seen like if you want to divide it by the quantity or the amount, you can do. This looks nice. We'll see one prepaid demo sometime from now or a text demo. For now, I'll just hit here submit. Let's see if it accepts. As we have to assign the supply contract specialist role to this lady called Catherine. This has gone to Catherine Teresa for review and approval. We'll go to process history and we'll do proxy as Catherine. We have seen it. How it's giving up someone for a meeting. And then we have to kill the support information, Blake Lipang about it. You are clearing not much. I'll try to basic e-mate in your life. Well, it's not. Custom e-mate platform. Write me, it's talk voice run. Why it's not coming? Why it's not coming? Cancel. Where is this pure man? Come on, I do. Or we can do one thing. We can do assignment of this to Logan McDonald. We'll say reassign task and reassign task work to Kathleen Teresa. Oops, there are two. Let's try to select the first one at business process file. Please, what is happening? A delegate task. But even that not. Let me just say reassign. Oops, that's the first value. Yes, we found it. The first bow. Yes, I do. Look at McNeil, the reason let's see best. Let's say as Lovin McNeil. It's a start proxy. Yes, at least our name is appearing up, which is good. Now we'll say we'll go to our inbox. That will come under my delegation for sure. Let's wait for it. Oh, come on, my delegations. Let us sign what app? This is like this. Looks mad as yes, why she's not hitting. Let's see what's happening here. Let's focus on the shit has to stop. see little, see more. That's what I was thinking. This is some deep. Why this is? Let's go to find purchase order. Don't subclass looks good, only spending here. Oh go, we have assigned these roles also, and it's like not the right click I need. Mr. Dugard, you enough is enough, let's you. It's like reassigned. Unassigned looks like assigned already. That was team more than, isn't it? It's not. It's not showing in Steve Morgan. Now if I just box here, it's mostly 0 is let me think. What we can do here is not selecting the proxy policy. Did somebody make changes over there? This is our conversion testing implementation sales. This is sandbox, which is fine. All employees versus all employees, all users versus all users. That is all fine. What we are missing here, all users, managers, workers. Let's see. Let's see users. Let's say users. What else? Employees. Employees is done. We got worker here. What do you say, worker? Let's try this now. Let's do more than all in general. Let's do more. Let's do more. Proxy access policy. We have just checked. policy request. That we won't pick this one. But why Logan McDeal is coming in by the proxy as Logan McDeal? What role she may have? If I delete the security policy, will that work? That will not work. All constraint user proxy request. Thank you. Alright. Well, I know your little bit. Alright. Something like this cannot happen. Everything is a lot new. What could be wrong here? Let's do one thing. Let's stop here for today. Because there's no point of going further if you're not able to approve the PO. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@uptalk.com.